The discovery of Mu Yajing at the bottom of Kairishima made all the powerhouses insane. Even the eyes of Hong and Lushan showed greed. As the top powerhouses on the earth, they had a vague understanding of Mu Yajing, but they also did it. I don't understand why this treasure, which should only exist in the depths of the universe, suddenly appeared on earth, but seeing the birth of Mu Yajing, a doubt in Hong's heart suddenly became clear. I am afraid that a beast emperor could be born in such a narrow water area as Kairishima. It is also related to Mu Yajing. Thinking of this, Hong and Lushan looked at each other. A bold thought came into their minds. The beast emperor devoured a Mu Yajing. There are two in it, so the number of wood crystals in the bottom of Kairishima is likely to be more than expected. Luo Feng and others also thought of this. The powerhouses of the forces could not hold back the greed in their hearts and bid farewell to Hong and Lushan and began to search for Mu Yajing's whereabouts. If they were able to capture a Mu Yajing, it would greatly improve their own realm and cultivation. It is not impossible for Hong to arrange Luo Feng Bingshan and Enchanting to search for Mu Yajing. Before setting off, Hong repeatedly told everyone to be careful. The evil of human nature for the secret treasure of this level will be bad for Mu Yajing. After being inspired, the three of Luo Feng agreed seriously and immediately they split up to look for Mu Yajing. Hong and Lushan also joined the search team. Even for treasures of this level, even the two of them couldn't calmly watch Luo Feng's figure like a silver lining. Light swiftly traveled through the ground, and soon he used his huge mental power to explore the breadth of Mu Yajing under the rock layer. Luo Feng was overjoyed and pushed his speed to the extreme to drill deep into the rock layer. When Luo Feng broke through the rock layer and came to a deep underground cave, he was surprised to find that this place had already been climbed first, and that two different forces had gathered together. What surprised Luo Feng was that he was the first to find this wooden crystal. It was a black god of war, but his body was cut into two pieces, and all his vitality was cut off. Luo Feng looked at the person holding the wooden crystal and found that the other party was the heroic Senator Far, beside her. There are still 3 planet-level powerhouses who are also from the same faction as Senator Far. At this time, Senator Far is leisurely tossing Mu Yajing in his hand, looking down at the corpse on the ground. His eyes are full of disdain for a god of war. One just wanted to compete with her for Mu Yajing. Isn't that courting death? It wasn't until he saw Luo Feng's arrival that Far restrained the joking on his face and then showed a guarded feeling. Senator Far, you are too much. Far angrily said that, in his opinion, killing someone for a piece of wood is simply unacceptable. Far disagrees. In her eyes, the law of survival in this cruel world is the law of survival in this cruel world. Having a head-on conflict with Luo Feng is also afraid that staying for too long will bring new. Seeing the departure of the four, Luo Feng immediately contacted Hong and told the museum owner the truth about the bloody case just now. However, Hong's reaction was very calm. He had long expected that the birth of a treasure like Mu Yajing would definitely lead to bloodshed. He once again instructed Luo Feng to be careful in the battle. If there is an unresolved dispute, he will be contacted in time. After hanging up the call with Hong, Luo Feng took a deep breath and calmed down his churning heart. He, Luo Feng, will never become a slave of desire to do things like murder and hunt for treasures, but if others want to take things from him, they have to weigh up the power of the drill. Over time, a lot of explosions erupted around Kairishima. The murders that happened in order to seize treasures the major forces of the earth have also gained during this period. Thor even found 2 wooden crystals in a remote underground. This kind of good luck also makes many strong people envious. Luo Feng worked hard. He still found nothing in the afternoon, but he was not in a hurry to search for Mu Yajing. There was a lot of luck in it. He still shuttled through the ground of Kairishima at his own pace. The ground shook and the aura was far more intense than before. After Luo Feng broke through the soil layer, he was pleasantly surprised to find that there were 3 wooden crystals in front of him. The Taoist figure broke through the soil layer and also came to Luo Feng. The 3 of them were all-star powerhouses. Among them, there was one Luo Feng's old friend, Mo Henderson, who saw Liu Yingjing's face in Liu Feng's hands. Immediately, the color of greed poured out. Liu Feng had seen murder and treasure hunting. He immediately became more alert to these strong men. He pushed his spiritual power to the extreme and summoned the diamond cone. Then he slowly pulled away and met no one. The distance between Dason and the others was only a few hundred meters away from him and the three of them. After that, he directly escaped into the rock formation and left here without looking back. When he saw Liu Feng's departure, the two planets beside him were strong. There was a look of doubt on the faces of the audience. They understood how Mo Henderson's character could tolerate three Liu Yajing slipping away in front of him. The level powerhouse was unwilling to open his mouth and asked, and the other person also hurriedly echoed 3. They wanted to provoke Mo Henderson to attack Liu Feng. I was holding back the fire. I saw these two people adding fuel to the fire. The anger that had built up in my heart spewed out at the two of you. You two wanted to get me Yajing. The planet-level powerhouses were stunned by Mo Henderson's sudden rage. There was a conflict with Liu Feng before. The third strongest player in the world not only failed to gain the slightest advantage, but was used as a living target by Liu Feng. There was no trace of Mu Yajing underground for a long time, and the forces of all parties also stopped for a while until the appearance of 8 Mu Yajing at the same time in the evening, which pushed the battle to its peak. Many strong people rushed to the first time Liu Feng and the enchanting iceberg, where the 8 wooden crystals are located, have also heard the news and are facing off against various forces. The other party has not only the third speaker, Mo Henderson, but also the third and fourth speaker, East. Relying on the superiority of power, he took the lead in attacking and manipulating the mental weapon and swept away towards the enchanting and violent. East's attack speed was extremely fast. The enchanting face changed greatly. At this time, it was impossible to avoid such attacks. At that time, she is likely to be seriously injured and withdraw from the competition. Just when this swift attack was about to hit the enchanting body, Liu Feng's all turned into a golden streamer, and in an instant, he came to the enchanting and blocked her. After this stern attack, enchanting was stunned for a moment. She did not expect Liu Feng's strength to be so powerful that he could make the first move to block Easter's attack. Enchanting blinked her charming eyes and looked at Liu Feng. There is more recognition and admiration. She was worried that Liu Feng had just stepped into the star level and would suffer in this battle for Mu Yajing. She wanted to have the opportunity to take care of Liu Feng. Now she herself is protected by Liu Feng. Easter was also stunned. The speed was his proud strength. He couldn't believe that a young junior like Liu Feng had just exploded faster than him. And anger and jealousy rose from Easter's heart. His deep eyes were like lightning, staring at Liu Feng, wanting to give a lesson to this young man who made him extremely